Hey there, passionate Spurs fans. Today is a day of farewells, respect, and lots of emotion. Welcome to your Tottenham News channel, where every detail that touches the hearts of fans becomes serious. Business, today's after Ainge Postecoglou's surprising resignation. The silence was broken by the person who felt his departure the most, Captain Heung-min's son. In a moving tribute, the South Korean striker praised the coach as an eternal legend of the club. In this video, we'll dive into this unexpected farewell and understand what Son's gesture really means for Tottenham. Last Friday began with a bombshell in London. Tottenham officially announced the dismissal of Ainge Postecoglou just 2 weeks after the coach won the Europa League with the club, the Spurs' first title in 17 years. The news took everyone by surprise, mainly because of the timing. Even with the disastrous campaign in the Premier League, few expected such a radical decision after a historic achievement. But the board was clear: it will not make decisions based on emotion. And the person who felt this blow the most in the dressing room was Captain Heung-min's son. On Saturday, he broke his silence with a touching message on social media. Son thanked Postecoglou for his trust in naming him captain at the start of the season and declared, "You are a Tottenham legend forever." The post moved fans and reignited the debate. Tottenham lost more than a coach. They lost a leader. The repercussions of Ainge Postecoglou's dismissal were immediate and intense. Part of the English press described the decision as cold and hasty, especially considering the recently won European title. Former players, such as Jermaine Genius, criticized the board's lack of patience and praised Postecoglou's attitude since his arrival. But it was on social media that the impact was even greater. Thousands of fans expressed their outrage at the coach's departure and were moved by Son's tribute. Many pointed out that the post was not just a farewell, but a silent denunciation of the injustice. Committed. For many, Tottenham broke with a project that could have yielded much more than a trophy. Ainge Postecoglou's departure leaves a vacuum in the technical command, just as Tottenham is about to return to the Champions League. In addition, his direct relationship with key players in the squad, such as Son, could create instability within the team. The South Korean striker did not hide his disappointment as the leader of the squad. This carries weight. The board is now racing against time to announce a replacement before the preseason, and names such as Graham Potter and Ruben Amorim are already circulating behind the scenes. But one thing is certain: the next coach will have to earn not only results, but also the respect of a dressing room that has just lost an admired leader. The question now is, who will have the courage to continue what Postecoglou started? At the center of this story is Heung-min's son, not only as the season's top scorer, but as a symbol of leadership and loyalty within Tottenham. When Ainge Postecoglou arrived at the club, his first big decision was to hand the captain's armband to the South Korean, a choice that was not only technical, but emotional. Son responded on the pitch with 17 goals and off it with impeccable conduct. The tribute paid after the coach's dismissal is more than a formal gesture. It is a statement of respect, pain, and gratitude. "You entrusted me with the armband. I am a better player and person because of you," wrote the number 7. This phrase, coming from one of the most admired players in the squad, shows the human impact that Postecoglou's departure has had. Son remained silent for 2 days, but when he spoke for the entire dressing room. Ainge Postecoglou's dismissal is one of those decisions that is difficult to swallow, even when trying to understand it rationally. The team's performance in the Premier League was indeed worrying. -20 to defeats cannot be ignored. But couldn't they have given him a vote of confidence, at least for one more season? Not only did he break a 17-year drought with a European title, but he also restored identity and hope to a club that had been adrift. Son's emotion reflects exactly that. Postecoglou was not just a coach, he was a leader who believed in his players, who changed the atmosphere in the dressing room, and who, even on his departure, left his mark. Tottenham may move on, but it will take time to fill that void. And that's it, Spurs fans. Today we say goodbye not only to a coach, but to a leader who made history in a short time. We move forward together, hoping that the next step will be a firm one, but without forgetting who led us to glory recently. If you felt this video was a fitting tribute, comment here on what you thought of Postecoglou's departure and Son's message. Like, share, and subscribe, because more hot news is coming any minute now.